I'm good right now.
Well, I guess I'm good by myself though. All right, y'all. It's welcome back to Cuttercation, the Kickback Podcast Show. I'm drinking by myself, so it's all good. I'm back like I slept some. I got a special guest with me tonight. Somebody who I just met over the last couple of months that wanted to come on the show and present what they have on the table to give to the audience that I dash out to every day. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and let him know where he's from and what he's about to get into and what he's doing and all the other good shit on the Kickback Podcast Show. So hit that subscribe button, comment, like, and share. You get the dislike button because I like all the smoke. Introduce yourself, my man.
My name Corey. People call me Big C Sosa.
Big C Sosa.
Man.
So Big C Sosa, Corey, what is it that you actually do? What you run a record label.
Right.
And what's the name of that record label?
BGN Music Label. Stand for Brinks Gang Network.
Brinks Gang Network.
Yeah.
So Brinks Gang Network, that's a fluke of artists, right? How many artists you have?
I only got like 3, but I got relationships with a lot of people.
The reason why I'm asking, man, because I heard the music, I heard 2 projects,
Right.
and I heard about 20 different rappers. And it's good vibe too, though. There's good music and shit. You know, when I first heard it, I was like on song number 3, and I'm like, damn, it's a compilation I'm listening to. I thought it was just you because your face was on the cover.
Right.
But I'm listening to a compilation.
Right.
And it kind of brought me back to them days of Southwest Riders, West Coast Bad Boys,
Right.
I'm Bout It soundtrack, what's
Right.
that shit, Murder with the K soundtrack,
Right.
Above the Rim soundtrack.
Right.
This shit felt like a soundtrack to me when I was listening. As I got like deeper into it, I was like, this shit jamming.
Right.
Because everything that I heard, like it sounded different.
Right.
Like I forgot that I thought I was listening to just a regular station just playing different shit.
Right.
Like I forgot who I was listening to.
Right.
For a minute. I'm like, this is a different artist, you know what I'm saying? It's a different artist. Then I got to the second album that you sent me,
Right.
I got the same, who that was, the second album?
All-Star Breezy like that.
Yeah. And I like how that sound. That right there had, I like the sound of that album as far as the beats that you pick, because it sound, you can tell the Louisiana flow, but it got like some, you want to know who that nigga from if you want to say it.
Right, exactly.
The music sound like he from, it sound like West Coast. It sound like from New York on this one. It sound like some, this part of the map shit.
Right.
And that's what I like about the shit because
Right.
I like all music. So, what's number 1? So, when you start doing all this shit?
The BGN stuff, or just period?
When you started, first of all, everybody know where you from. Like,
I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm from the West Cooper Road.
West Cooper Road, okay, I know about West Cooper Road. Shout out to West Cooper Road. I went to school with a bunch of people from West Cooper Road, man.
Yeah, I grew up, if you know Pat, that could have, I grew up right across the street from Pat.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
If you know AD, that's my partner. He grew up around the corner. You know Dexter, grew up right around the corner.
Is it Dexter Snell?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, man, yeah. Dexter Snell, speaking of Dexter Snell, I got a story with him. I'm glad you brought that up. About 2 years ago, he tagged me in a picture of me way back in Dunn a year ago. He took a picture of me.
Yeah, he do that to everybody.
Man, I said, man, where the hell did this shit come from? He said, I got all the pics.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dexter Snell, man.
Yeah, we grew up right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm starting to know it. I've seen you before now.
Right.
I'm familiar now, so I'm starting to see it now. What year you was at Norwood? Are you under me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I'm in my mid-40s.
99, 2000.
Yeah, see, I was out of there. I finished, even my lady, she went to Norwood too.
Yeah.
She came out in 98.
Right.
I came out in 97, but I probably came out in 96.
Yeah, so you was around when Pat and them
Yeah, I'm from that era, you know what I'm saying? You know, when North who was really knew about it. We had the racial fight up there.
Right.
At the,
They had one in Donnie Bickham too.
We had the racial fight on the Christmas party in the cafeteria.
Right.
And I remember the gang banging part too. Like the beginning of the school year was always the beefing with the gangs and stuff because, you know, it's like a fresh start again.
Right.
And then by December, January, everybody cool.
Right, right.
So, but yeah, man. So with the music shit, you say you.
I started, and me and my homeboy, his name Revenue Jones, he passed away, but me and him, we started. We just came up one day and said, "Hey, we gonna do this," and didn't know nothing about it. Yeah, didn't know nothing about what we just knew we was gonna do it.
And who y'all was fucking with in Shreveport when y'all had y'all own beat machine and stuff like that? Y'all was fucking with producers? Cause back then,
I started doing that, but then I had to trying the production and everything, but it was just too much because I had to focus on everything else. So, it was like a little situation. I won't get too much into it, but we signed some paperwork.
Okay.
And we kind of got messed over, but at the time,
it wasn't with Baby and nobody, huh?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names,
It
wasn't him though. No. But after that, I just knew it was time to educate myself on business. After that, because I'm sitting in a room and I'm not knowing what the hell they talking about.
Because that's one thing about some of these rappers, they don't understand the business part of this music game.
Right.
And they don't want to learn either. They want somebody to kind of like hold their hand pretty much. That's why some people don't succeed at it, or some people don't succeed at it because they don't push themselves forward.
Right. But at that time, like I say, we didn't have no leverage, and then my partner, he was like on some for real trying to look out. It was his situation though, but he was just gonna make sure we was gonna eat off of it. So after that, like I say, let me just start learning. And then after that, I just, was to go to the studio here and there, because music was always easy. You can find anybody that want to rap or whatever. But I had people that I was messing with back then. But like I said, I was trying to get the business part of it down.
And what you thinking about Brinks Gang Network at the time then?
No,
or
sir.
That wasn't even thought of, huh?
No, not at that time. We tried a bunch of different names at that time, but 2000, I'm jumping to BGN now. Like, I was in Indiana at the time.
Okay.
So my partner who I started it with, it started with an email. His name was Brinks Revenue, because we sent each other shit back and forth. So I'm like, what made you come up with it? The Brinks shit. I'm not making the connection at all.
Yeah.
So he like, what you see the money in? I'm like, shit, armored trucks. He's like, yeah, the Brinks truck.
So I'm like,
on the side. Yeah, I'm like, damn. So on the telephone within that conversation, we just put all that shit together. Okay. The name of it. And then it just started coming together from there. And then, personal things going through this and that. So it just didn't quite come together. I had different faces, and like I say, people that I wanted to be the face at that time, but it just didn't work out.
Okay.
So.
And this is in Indiana?
No, not in Indiana, because I was moving around.
Okay.
I lived in Indiana, but I did so much traveling with this music shit, so I always have relationships. That's why it's not hard. That's why you hear what you hear, like how you hear it. Because it's like, if I got something, if I send it to somebody and they sit on it, hey, send it to somebody else. Because there's always somebody ready. It's people I had to break off and everything. But if I want it bad enough, I'll pay for it.
And that's how it works anyway.
Right. Because
at
the end of the day, everybody want to get paid.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Because you only, whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Right.
If you invest heavy into the shit, it's going to come back heavy.
Right.
And that's what, that's why hustle outweighs the talent part.
Right.
You can be the most talented rapper.
Right.
Matter of fact, the most talented rapper is not even signed yet.
Right.
They're the ones that spitting out the guts.
Right.
That's why the drill boys and the trap rappers
Right.
Winning for a minute because they had more hustle. They had the guy behind them to push that shit for them.
Right.
And present them. Now you got more gutter street raw rap coming back now. They're getting back to that regular substance now.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, like you said, you gotta. So Brinks Gang Network. I like the name of this shit.
Appreciate it.
So that's established here in Dallas, though. That's
It's established everywhere.
okay, all right, but the main.
Yeah, but the home base is here. Yeah.
So all your artists here in Dallas, or
No.
they back in
I
Louisiana?
got one out here,
Okay.
and I got one back home, Taylor Rich, and that's my sister right there.
You got Taylor Rich,
Lil One,
Lil One.
All Star Breeze,
yeah.
Breezy like.
Okay, yeah, okay. You're the ones. They're the ones that stood
And
out.
then I got an extended relationship, like she family too, but she not signed or nothing like that. But her name $1 Million Cash. We
I see
kind of
that.
like this,
Yeah.
and you know
Okay.
things together. That's my dog. I support anything she do.
Are you up on the Shreveport artists?
No, not lately.
You notice I've been throwing them videos out there and
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
some of them from Shreveport and some of them from here.
Mhm.
The niggas in Akron, Ohio, I throw out there. You know,
Right.
Because my ears everywhere.
Right, right.
It might be some Philadelphia niggas. It might be New York. It might be Oakland.
I've been trying to figure it out though. You know who out there who doing whatever.
Shit,
you
nigga
know.
want me to get back up in the booth, man. You know, I'm a rapper too. I'm a
You
rapper
should.
first. I got an album that I dropped out 12 years ago called Louisiana. It's on all
Right.
platforms.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna have to check that out.
then I dropped some shit 2012 when I came home. When I came back home from TDC,
Right,
I had started working on my second album called Damaged Goods, the
Right,
story.
right.
And I was like 6-7 songs into that, and I said, fuck it.
Mhm.
And then when I got into podcasting, like reason why what made me start rapping, because I really wasn't getting the sound that I was, the stuff that I wrote, the stuff that I had,
Mhm.
I wasn't getting the music
Right,
for that.
forward.
For that.
Right,
Like these niggas, they kind of like changed their whole. I had in-house producers,
right,
and it's not that they couldn't make the beats that I wanted. They just kind of moved to a whole different direction. It's like they was trying to mimic somebody else's.
right,
Whatever the wave was at that time for these
Right.
type of rappers,
Right.
that's what they was. I think at the time, Kendrick Lamar album just dropped,
right.
and that's when Kanye started taking the drums out of his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can start trying to do shit.
Well,
like
you know,
that.
everybody
It ain't for
follow everybody.
But
That's-
every track, that's for Kanye.
Right, right,
It
right.
ain't for you or him or
Right.
me or you.
Right.
Now, I might do 1 or 2 songs on some shit like that, but I don't want that to be my signal.
Right.
But I want that to be the identification of what type of rap that I bring to
Right,
the term.
right.
Because I do it for the streets.
Right.
So when it got to a point, you know, like I met a girl. And I just come home 2012.
Right.
And when I come home, I got all these rhymes I wrote on
Mhm.
TDC and ready to record them bitches.
Right.
And we got a studio over there off Denton and Raw Lane. Denton Drive and Raw Lane over there way up by 35. And there's a bunch of other studios up in there. So all you're hearing is beats and these other producers making tracks all day. But we sitting up in there, we hearing all these tracks.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to find a track to fit what I got on the wave. This direction I'm going with my music now. Louisiana was on some hustler, Playboy type of shit.
Right.
Street
Right.
shit. This right here, this is where my head at now.
Mhm.
And I ain't never get a chance to get that music out
Mhm.
there, only half of it. And I just, you know, I just stayed away from the studio for a minute, met this chick. We got together, she got pregnant. I started sitting in the house a lot.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to go to this bar a lot, Sherlock's, and hang out. And everybody, they knew me as a rapper and all this. And what made me start rapping, start podcasting, is the dude that invited me on this show at Out Her Radio, the Ian Gleason show.
Right.
As a rapper, and started, you know,
Mhm.
questioning me about my life and all that. And he just was curious about my lifestyle. And I
Right.
went on there, and I guess the people that watch this show or listen to this show, they wanted me back on now.
Mhm.
And about 2-3 weeks later, to make a long story short, I became a podcast host on this show.
Now, you good at it.
I'm finna start doing this back in 2016.
You good at it.
So appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. So, and I started this platform, man. With that being said, I started this platform to recognize the people that's not getting recognized.
Right.
Because K104, you can't go there. You can't go to the DJ and play your shit.
Right.
I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna put it out there in other people's ears so they can.
Yeah.
When I tag people's name, I don't care if they listen to somebody on their friend list gonna
listen to it, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I ain't trying to reach you because you're gonna be biased about it because you're gonna have some type of connection with me. So irrespective of your opinion, I want your people to watch it. If I show somebody your video and I tag 99 people, it can be 50 of them people that don't want to watch it.
Right.
But 50 of them people that don't want to watch it, they got at least 2 friends want to watch it.
I ain't worried about the people who looking over it.
I'm gonna stay tagging y'all motherfuckers. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
But I try to recognize the unrecognized, man. You know, everybody. Back in the day, we had open mic shows in development every week, twice a week, sometimes.
Right.
And Cone Delaney, rest in peace. He was the man that created that platform for us. Now it's like I feel like I'm doing what Coon was doing for us back then in 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, whatever, till he died. I'm doing it in a different level now. I'm doing the podcast with him.
Right.
I'm open to have anybody on the show. It ain't just rappers.
Right.
It's just artists. want
Everybody.
you want to go ahead and talk about your divorce? You want to come ahead and talk about some petty mess and shit? All this to kick back.
Oh, I don't want to talk about none of that.
But you got people who text me, hit me up. I want to come on your show and talk about my divorce. There's a lot of women want to come over here and just let out their anger on camera, and they feel very relieved. They tell me this, and we're gonna have shows like that. But I go out vibes. Like if you ain't really adamant about coming on the show, which I mean by that, like he hit me up.
Right.
He hit me up because he was adamant about being on the show, and we talked for two weeks.
Yeah.
And then look, he right here. You telling me through comments, whatever you want to come on the show, whatever. That's telling me.
Right.
Hit me up and making a date set. Because I had to advertise the episode.
Right.
Today, I advertised who's going to be on the show today. And people, okay, he's going to be, I know him. Okay, what are you on the show for? Oh, damn, I didn't know he did this. I didn't know he do the music. There's some people that don't know
they know
what you do.
They know.
Then there's people, okay, the people that do know.
I know, they know, I just don't, like, I'm one of them, I just been silent for a long time.
But guess what? Surprise.
Yeah.
You know,
some of them been waiting on this day.
Yeah, man. So
I see you a Niners fan.
Well, yeah,
I ain't got no problem with you, man. As long as you don't rock with them boys.
No, I don't. We got them right there. Them enemies right there. But
yeah, I can't.
I'm a 76ers fan in basketball and Niner fan in football since 1983. Since I've been a fan since at both my teams. I never changed teams. That's one thing about me. But yeah. So who's? After you drop the social wave, you got 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. I only got 3 though. How can I get 1 and 2?
I'll send you the first 2.
Yeah, I need them, man. I want to see. I like to see the evolution. The social wave 3. I'm like, damn, what other 2 at?
They wasn't even all 3 of them wasn't even playing.
Okay, you just
sitting on music, like just working with all these different artists, like, oh, this for my album and this and then and I got to sit there and listen to all this shit. So I'm like, okay.
What makes people sit on music for so long? Because we were the same way. It's music that I got that I ain't heard in 7 years, and I just know it's sitting over there in the file. And niggas playing when I ain't around. They might play the shit when I'm not around, but I'll be like, man, what that song that I did at such and such day?
Right.
Oh, I gotta find it. They got it right there in their face.
Right.
So what makes you sit on the music?
Well, me personally, like I said, be they music at first. So after a while, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. If they ain't got no real plan for it.
So yeah, they just come in, they just want to record music. They don't just, they don't got no
plan outside of the studio.
Yeah, man. I think some people they get caught. I want to rap so my people around me can hear me rap.
Right.
They don't want the world to hear them rap.
Right.
So that's how far you gonna go with this shit anyway. Right. So that's why you don't get nowhere. I mean, fuck that shit. You got all these platforms around here. You know, you can create your own shit now.
Right.
Your phone and shit. There's all kind of ways to maneuver this shit now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just pretty much it though. Just lay around now, like I say, the Social Way 3, that was planned. You know, it was a real plan behind that one. It's just the other person didn't follow through with it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a movie behind that and everything.
It sounds like a soundtrack to me.
A documentary or something, you know. Cause I just want everything when I do pull the camera out to be in real time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's gonna drop an album next year? Is it Taylor Rich? Who's up next to drop the next album?
Good question. I will say this. I got a song that did make Breezy album, All-Star Breezy like. So I got a song. He got a song called Security, featuring CeeLo and Big Head the Dome Doctor.
You talking about CeeLo in Baton Rouge?
Concentration camp.
Concentration camp. CeeLo, that's my nigga right there. Don't get full of that alcohol in the club and think you bad.
But I held it off the project purposely, you know.
Damn, shout out to CeeLo Gang. Yeah, damn. I was playing that song a couple days back, man. And everybody come playing that shit. How you do that there?
Yeah. So I mean, I really couldn't tell you, but I'm getting stuff together on Taylor Rich and getting stuff together on Lil One. 2 songs I'm finna put out on Lil One.
And who are the producers? You the producer?
No, sir. My producer is Q Beats.
Okay.
He also my partner too, cause like when my other partner went away, and he always been like a partner anyway because he behind, you know, the sound. So whatever he do, if he don't stamp it, if he ain't fucking with it, it don't go nowhere. And like I just mess with other outside producers. I had another in-house producer named Deezy, and I mess with Trump Killers JD.
I heard.
I know you know D Brooks.
Yeah,
that's one of his.
That's why I was like, Trump Killers coming, so they sound familiar.
But,
he was just through here this week.
Who, D Brooks?
Yeah, he was in McKinney.
I never met D Brooks.
He was in McKinney.
I never met him. I mean, he be around some people that I know, but I never met him. But I know his little brother, and you know.
We had conversations on the phone. Yeah. We had long. And every time I talk to D Brooks, we on the conversation like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Because he got a lot to say, and I replied from shit.
Right.
The way I replied back.
Right.
It was if I'm interested in it, it just make the conversation longer. So
right.
One day, I remember the first time he called me, and he just had some stuff on his mind, and he just wanted everybody. He was talking about everybody to get together, man, and do this. You know, he's all about that togetherness and everybody come together.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't gonna get that to happen, man.
Not in Shreveport. I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I messed with a lot of people like Mandigo. I was around Mandigo, like his whole little organization. Like
I was around them boys for a minute. Funk Dog and I, when they was out here at Lava House, was out here on Camp Wilson, off 20.
Yeah, in Duncanville.
Out that way. My brother Jelly Roll, we used to always be Big Papa, my homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I used to be up in there.
I did sessions with Papa, man. Like I didn't.
We did Cloud Live when Hurricane Chris did Let Me Get a Hand Clap.
I was
there doing that session because it was me, Shells, the guy from New Orleans. He's with a Trail family now.
Yeah.
You had Untamed Man now.
I was there. Cause I was there with Funk, my partner. Like that's my dog.
I was up in there. Me and my brother Jelly Roll.
Me and him drove from Shreveport to Dallas that day. I was with him. Yeah, cause they
Spike
came on the
everybody
tour.
Come up in that bitch. Young Bleed.
Yeah.
Spike, yeah. But yeah, man. So.
I've been through a lot of classic sessions that people wouldn't even know. I'm
starting to realize Shreveport has a lot of talent, man. Them boys I've been posting, man, like 16 MLB and.
I have to check them out because I'll be asking.
I've been posting them videos, man. You might have to go on my time. I'm not re-share it, but yeah.
Because when I go home, they playing everybody else shit.
I know. And that's why I use my platform or Facebook for people to get you got these artists sitting right up under your nose.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers right up you got talent in your city.
Yeah.
You don't gotta it's like Dallas bite off Atlanta shit. No, they don't bite off Atlanta shit. It's like Dallas music engineers and radio stations try to bring their Atlanta shit here.
Mm-hmm.
Shreveport They're too busy trying to do what New Orleans doing, or Baton Rouge doing.
True
that
that.
sound.
Right.
And it's like, it's not.
But you gotta look at even before that sound, what was we doing? West Coast shit.
Yep. Never had their own sound.
Yeah.
I think Big Papa, now my own tell you, only one person got their own sound I know. And that's my boy Big Sack.
Yeah, I fuck with Sack.
He got super solid. I mean, he just, and the more music he record, it just changes. The evolution, like, he send me music every month. He probably send me 2-3 songs.
Right.
And like, I don't share him with nothing, but he fuck with different producers now.
Right.
And
I seen him on his Instagram one day. He was in the studio with KLC.
Yeah, he
shit.
been fucking with my boy Dre Ghostin.
Yeah.
You know, my homegirl Tiffany Hall.
Yeah. I know
She works with them now.
Right.
And I could have had KLC man on the show 2-3 times, man. We just don't all the time.
Right.
And that shit hit me up. We in town. Can you shoot us today?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, I mean, I've been tapped in with, you know, certain people out the city. You know, it's like, when I was there, the people that, you know, that was, you know, I don't hear from no more.
So with all that talent being,
The only person I really hear about out of Shreveport is Green Eyes.
and see, I don't even hear, I seen his videos, and rest in peace to Blue Benji, Kobe Blue Benji, the one got, he was a little kid on the rise.
Yeah.
But even Green Eyes, like, so you said your radar on Green Eyes, and
No, I mean, cause me personally, I be so locked in with my stuff. So if it make it to me and it's jamming, I fuck with it.
Is he locked up though?
I don't know.
They had that big bust last year. They had him in the newspaper. He was on the list.
Man, I don't like it. It don't go past the music for me, you know. Like,
so I seen a couple of Green Eyes.
the last thing I heard is they said the baby was finna co-sign.
The dude in City Grove that had it, he was hot before he passed away.
Ragulite?
Yeah, he was kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm starting to see some other dudes out there, man.
I mean, I see Mandigo sons, Lil Mandigo and Trigger Play.
Okay.
I mean, it's just what I hear, you know. And I hear this girl named Wanky and Yellow Hefe.
This little young girl I shared, man, not too long ago. She had the red rag dress on. I shared the video on my timeline. You ever go back on my timeline?
Right.
I share number of videos every day. I give you a video. Like this week, I gave everybody my boy Brandon Jones.
Right.
OC Craig Jones.
Right.
I've been throwing his videos out there. The nigga with the gray beard.
Yeah.
I've been throwing his shit out there, but like my boy Vente Corleone, who I had on my episode last episode.
Right.
He sent me a new video. He just did Life After Revenge. See, these artists be sending me stuff.
Right.
And they like, and I throw it out there to see what the reaction gonna be. And I know that like Vente Corleone, he one of them, you know, he's still them little bangers.
Right.
26 years old.
Right.
You know, and they got guns in their video, and he throwing up his gang signs, which still it's a crowd for that, but
right. I'm finna be 40 years old, man. I'm not trying to be around all that shit.
Yeah. So my job is to I share the video.
Right.
Just for the
I
artist.
mean, you doing what you supposed to do.
But I'm gonna tell these artists, let everybody know what you can do without the gun.
Right.
Or without the
the money and all that shit.
Put more females in your video and less guns. Cause the video we used to rap, the rap videos I grew up off of had at least 4 or 5 females in it.
Right.
And they didn't have any guns in the videos.
And if you was back then in the early 90s with 95 South and Two Line Crew, it was done both women in their videos.
Like 2 Line, yeah, all that right there, man. But I guess they can't find no girls who want to be in the video. I don't know. I mean, these young rappers, that's how every young rapper, just be in the video by yourself. You'll get more attention to the video.
Right.
You by yourself, you don't gotta have all the niggas in the video.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I promote music, good music. You can do what you want to
As
do.
you
Talk about what
should.
you
I
want to
mean,
talk
I
about.
listen to it if it's jamming. Hey, I'm gonna listen to it. Like I don't have a connection with it like that. I try not to judge because people gotta grow. So
yeah, and that's basically what it's all about though. Cause like I said, I like to have these artists, whether they up and coming or whatever their content is, I want to have them on their show, just just to have conversations with them anyway.
Right.
And like once again, somebody asked me, man, how you be getting in touch with these guys, man? They get in touch with me.
Right.
Like, and like it'd be somebody that I had on my show, and they'll throw me out of hoops and say, man, I got this other dude, he want to come on your show.
Right.
Or I got this person you need to interview.
Right.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, I just talked to her when I was on my way here, my partner from New Orleans. I was telling him I was on my way to do this. He's like, yeah, you need to plug me in with him because he live in Atlanta. So he acting all kinds of shit.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's why I do this. It's right here. My first season, I never picked guests because my show really wasn't. I had guests. The first season, what I did, I just had a bunch of homeboys that was sit with me.
Right.
I had 4 mics, and we sit there, we sit there, we just talk the shit, man.
Right.
And I did it on Sundays, so it'd be right during football season or whatever it was on. We talk shit.
And you was able to keep niggas' attention when football on?
Well, it was like we had it on silent.
Okay,
gotcha. It was cool. We had the grill going and shit.
Right.
Food going. It had the audience and shit.
I wouldn't be no good in that interview.
I'm talking about the audience and shit. Well, the scenery was good.
Right.
Just everything around it was good.
Straight up.
But shit, man, I ain't started having guests on my show until season 2, and then I wasn't picking them. My cameraman was. I just became the cameraman a year ago.
Right.
I started doing this shit myself. This is why I call it No Middleman Productions. So, my cameraman used to hit me up like an hour or a day before the episode.
Right.
I got somebody for the show.
Right.
And I don't have that much time
to even get right. Yeah.
So, but,
same thing you told me. You like, I got to dig into your shit, man.
So I got, now I control everything, and I make my own pace. So when I set up these interviews, me and the person I had on the show, we had already had a conversation.
Right.
Me and you didn't talk what?
Couple times.
5 or 6 times.
Yeah, a couple times.
It makes it even better when the conversation gets here because it's like we're knowing each other.
Absolutely.
It's our first time being around each other and talking to each other in public for real, straight up. We talk via Facebook and text messages or whatever, but it's the first time being around each other. And I try to make everybody feel comfortable that way though. I mean, but it's good that I control the pace by picking my own guests on their own. I mean, I'm happy I met people like 52 Savage through him. I met 713 Mr. Lee. I met him, a couple of people who I met that I'm glad. I mean, 52 Savage is he from South Dallas. He was on Breakfast Club twice. You probably know he's old dude.
I know 52.
Yeah, my boy right there, shout out to 52 Savage.
Yeah, $1 Million Cash got a song and a video out with him right now.
He been on this show about 4 times. Yeah. He been on this show 4 times. He be on this motherfucker, he be crazy. I like it.
Yeah, he was crazy on the Breakfast Club.
I know, and that's how. Matter of fact, he was in the Breakfast Club twice. He went there 1 week, and then 2 weeks later he came back. And the second time he was in the Breakfast Club, I had him on my show the next week.
Right.
And I thought I was gonna do numbers.
Right.
But the algorithm, that's when you don't type the shit right.
Right.
That's what I learned. I learned the Facebook, the algorithm on YouTube, how to type out shit. The way your video be one of the first ones to click on.
Right.
Or trending topic or trending video or recommended.
Right.
So I learned how there's certain shit you gotta freak on that algorithm, man. You gotta tighten your shit a certain way to get more views. And sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. I mean when Yellow Beezy got shot, I got the news real quick.
Right.
So it's 4:30 in the morning, I shot the video. That bitch got 16,000 views in one day. But I was the first one to get the news out, it was news. When Mo3 got, every time Mo3 got killed, I got a bunch of views off that shit. I did some shit going off on one of the girls from City Girls. That bitch right there, I got to my for real. See, think about my channel. I go months without doing an episode, and my subscribers still go up.
Right.
I might like every 28 days, I probably get about like 15 subscribers. But every time I do an episode, I gain like 10 subscribers. Like this episode right here, I'm gonna gain about 10 more subscribers because it's on the strength of you probably. And then there's gonna be somebody like, you know what, damn, I want to watch something different. I want to watch something different.
They need to check it out.
He been doing this shit for a while, you know, because I'm like that. It's channels on YouTube.
Right.
They've been out for a long time, and it just wasn't on my recommendation.
Right.
Yes. But I came across them, and boom, now I'm on them.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not the podcast game. It's a new game, and it's not going nowhere. And I think anybody that want to do it, anybody can't do it now. Everybody thinks it's all about just sitting down, talking and shit, blah, blah, this, blah, nah. It takes a lot of motherfucking, you got to put yourself together. It takes a certain type of person to be on the camera.
Right.
And you can't take back what you say, any of that shit, you know. So, and even on the production part, and trying to get subscribers and, you know, trying to keep people, you know, attentive to your shit, it takes a lot, man. So, you gotta be consistent. You just can't do 5 episodes and then just be like, fuck it, and then try to come back 6 months later and do it again. It ain't gonna work like that.
Right.
See, I've been doing it for so long, I can take breaks.
That's like I took a break from the music.
Yeah, you've been doing it, and it really ain't no break. You just been building.
No, I took a break. I needed a break from this shit.
I ain't building shit, man. I'm breaking like a motherfucker.
Shit, yeah, I took a break from that
shit. So, but you back full on steady right now, right?
Let's just say I'm getting my footing.
I gotta respect it, dog. I gotta respect it, man. I gotta respect it, man. That was up.
Shit, I had to take a break from that shit. I was gonna hurt somebody.
Hey, and speaking of, that you get mad at, that shit pisses you off. Like,
it ain't the game. It's the people in the game.
Yeah, the people.
Yeah.
It can be the people that rapping with you.
I don't understand the logic of just saying no or you don't want to do the shit.
Exactly. It's all type of
all that, you know.
Shit.
Yeah.
All type of
and like
shit.
If you don't fuck with me, why you be in my inbox and shit asking me information? Because it be a lot of niggas be doing that shit. I just don't say nothing. I ain't no kiss and tell nigga, so. But they know who they is.
Yeah, they
Man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but I will say, since I've been in it, I've made some pretty good money though. I've seen some nice little piece of change.
Oh, that's good. As long as you on the good side, you made money.
On the good side. And met some good people too that I still do good business with here and there. But it's, you know, it's filled with a lot of snakes and fuck niggas and
I think that's the best thing I got out of. That's the best thing I got out of the music game is that when I was in it, I built relationships.
Right.
And that's why I'm able to do a podcast. And these relationships that I've met, the people who I've met throughout the years in Dallas anyway, they reconnected with me on this show.
Right.
We were doing shows at Nairobi's in Development or Sheba's Palace or whoever we were doing them at back in 05 or 04, 06. And now what? 15 years later, they sit and talk to me about those days.
Right.
So I mean, I'm glad I built those relationships, man, because you know, on the cool, the niggas that rap with me, they weren't building those relationships. They weren't even trying to be cool with niggas.
Right.
You know, I'm just glad I was able to, you know, have that mentality to be cool with niggas or build relationships with them where in the long run it worked out well for me.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like, even in Shreveport, it's a lot of people, like Bad Fella. I got to give D Dukes his props. I just met that dude a couple years ago, and he been more solid than any nigga I'd have met in Shreveport. And we didn't grow up together, none of that shit.
It's funny you said that shit, man. It's funny, because I'm from Cherokee Park. I'm from the North.
Right.
North Market, North Hearn, man, Villa Norte, State, Cherokee Park, Highland, all that shit, the Bronx. That's me.
Right.
I got family on the Cooper Road, friends, homeboys on the Cooper Road.
Right.
But out here in Dallas, there are dudes that are not my homeboys.
Right.
They're my friends.
Right.
That have done for me more than any homeboy have ever done for me in Shreveport.
Right.
So the question is, these days, Who would you rather have, a homeboy or a friend?
I'd rather have a brother.
But pretty much what a friend is, though.
Yeah,
Pretty much your brother, your homeboy.
Yeah.
They just think they homeboys.
I mean, I want it all because at the end of the day, everybody got something to bring to the table. You just got to deal with them accordingly.
Still want a discount or.
Not if it's your brother, that's just like my brother.
But hear what I'm about to say though. I'm trying to. It's like the homeboys. We homeboys because we from the same hood, we from the same place, we got the same thoughts and stuff.
Right.
That makes us homies and homeboys.
Right.
I got Dallas homeboys.
Right.
But they not my homies like my homeboy homies.
Right.
They know my friends, but what I'm saying, they done more for me in my life than my homeboys have.
Yeah, I got quite a few partners like that too.
Like, and it feel like what I'm saying. It seems like friends is more dominant than the homeboy term to me.
Right.
I feel like the friend term is more stronger than a homeboy term because
it is.
A friend won't cross you, a homeboy will.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A friend gonna tell you no, stop it, don't, and it won't be a yes man. A homeboy gonna be a yes man.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to define? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to.
Well, I don't even know.
I'm glad you brought that up because
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody about it.
Right.
I said I really have a friend around me than a homeboy.
Right.
Because see, the homeboy, tell them what their intentions are when they're around you.
Right.
Because they accessory to people you know, and they can be around you and see what you got going on and how you doing things, and leave from around you and go around people that y'all know.
Right.
And tell everybody that y'all know what you got going on.
Right.
So if your homeboy liable to do that, your friend won't.
Nah, yeah, you right.
You feel what I'm saying now?
You right.
Because I dig it.
Right.
That's why I wanted you to hear what I'm saying, because somebody, when I said what I was saying, I didn't even know what I was saying. Somebody said, man, say that shit again. He said, it makes a lot of sense. I said, I know that, man. I said, my friends out here, if I'm not around and somebody start talking about me, they won't entertain it. They won't let that happen.
No.
The homeboys, they'll parade the shit. They want to hear the shit.
Yeah.
They want to laugh about it.
But that ain't your homeboy either. That's just a motherfucker standing next to you that envy you. That's all.
Exactly. Which are most homeboys than every other homeboy.
Right. So I don't even want no homeboy. Like I say, like
that's why it's like we're at the age right now, man. That homeboy shit,
with that
man,
shit.
That homeboy shit ain't really no like I got. There's so many stories behind that homeboy term.
Right.
Like nigga feel like you should do this for him or give him this right here for a certain price because we homies. Nah, nigga.
Hey, some people don't even want the price. They want you to just give it to them.
I'm like, you don't got no fucking damn coupon to get a discount. This shit don't come with no discount, man. Just because we homeboys, you gotta pay the same thing. It just
right.
Then you messing up my progress.
Right.
How can I win? Every time you fuck with me, you want a discount, and instead of paying, but it's just that's for homeboys, friends, and people who just want to see you make it. They'll overpay you.
Right. I'll pay you what you want.
I had CDs going. I was selling my CDs for $5. People was giving me 20. These were white people.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they've been waiting on the album to drop for 4-5 months because I was recording.
Right.
They gave me $25, $30, $15.
Right.
But it was for $5.
Right.
They was just giving me the money just so that they knew I put a lot of work into it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the people I like.
I don't think people be understanding the shit that, they just hear the music.
Well,
so.
That's why I want a non-biased crowd. That's why I try to, when I tag, like I say, when I tag people and shit, most of the people I don't even know them who I tag.
Right.
And majority of the people I do know, I mean.
Right.
But I only know probably about 10% of them gonna listen to it.
Right.
Or be aware of it.
Right.
But I know who they friends who don't know me are gonna.
Oh no, but the thing is, they got ways on this social media shit where you can tell who looking.
Yeah.
Cause everybody looking, they just try to act like that.
I know it's funny you said that because I went back to Shreveport for Bosco bash, his birthday bash. He had,
when he had SIBO up?
No, he had this past in December. He had Gangsta Boo there.
Okay,
it was December 5th, just passed. I went down there. I did a podcast out there backstage, and I tripped out everybody who I was bumping into, man. Cool, Mark, everybody. And they were like, man, I see you doing your podcast. I respect your hustle, man. I be watching. You better know everybody be seeing you. And they come in, like it, whatever they watch.
Right.
So it's like, I know people watch it, though.
Right.
And like, so.
I mean,
No, that's the next time I see somebody outside, she be like that. All right, girl, child. You don't want no more. Be quiet. She just want attention, y'all. Y'all know y'all. People been hearing that voice for the longest.
but the thing is about, cause I'm only gonna speak on Shreveport. I live in Dallas, don't have a lot of relationships with people in Dallas. But the ones I need, cool. The ones that come, cool. But Shreveport, I watched them hate on Mandigo in the beginning until they got hot. Then all of a sudden everybody was fans.
Yeah. And one thing I ain't never heard nobody hate on Loud House, to be honest.
In the beginning, I did.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you. It's just, I mean, it's like, I think, I guess I caught it at that moment where everybody was started riding their wave.
Oh no! I met Mandigo getting off. I was leaving Funk Studio. Well, I was coming to Funk Studio. This when he was downtown across the street at the Slattery building by the courthouse.
Okay.
When me and my homie was getting off the elevator, Mandigo was about to get on the elevator. This was in 2000. That's the first time I met him. This was the first when the first Ratchet was out.
Yeah, the first one that read with Marco Glass on there, and my boy Marco Glass, shout out to him.
Right.
He was on the podcast.
Right, like your boy, you say Dre, that's like around that time when Dre and shit was, I ain't gonna say that he was with him, but he made tracks for. Cause Mandigo bought tracks from everybody.
Yeah, Dre Ghostin been around for a minute now.
Yeah.
Now Dre Ghostin, he doing this shit. I think it's called Overdose Empire.
Yeah, KLC shit.
Yeah, he got some. Yeah, they doing their thing now, but yeah, Dre from the hood though. I'm glad he stuck to his arsenal, what he got going on, because
you got to
a lot of and leaving Big Sack. Big Sack, Big Sack, he got better with age, and I was always wanting Big Sack to use some other producers for his music, because the stuff he was saying, the content, I just felt like you need to get away, because it was a Shreveport Cooper Road sound.
He was ahead of his time to me back at that time.
He was rapping on the Shreveport sound. It was more like a Cooper Road sound.
Yeah.
You could tell.
But his lyrics and shit was always there.
Yeah, the lyrics are always there.
He always had.
One of my favorite songs with him and MD on there, I Know.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs he made right there. And that was back in 2009.
Right.
The Section 80, or Section 8, some shit. I forgot the name of that album.
Yeah.
But anyway, but Mandigo, man, I met Big Papa at H&H.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there rapping one day. Matter of fact, me and his partner P. Coney, we was sitting at the crib, we was sitting up there getting ready, we kicking it, and we finna go to H&H, and after that we going to the Players Club.
Right.
And when the Players Club was open on the corner.
Right.
So we up in H&H, and me and P. Coney already arguing before we go to H&H. He talking about, man, my boy Big Papa can beat you rapping. I'm like, Big Papa? I'm like, who the hell Big Papa is? They're like, you hear me sound like Pimp C or somebody.
Yeah.
But he really don't sound like Pimp C. His voice kind of sound like
He just got a high-pitched voice.
So that same night, we up in H&H, and I'm rolling out one of them jiggelators. I'm rolling my ass off. And I'm sitting there, man, H&H dark. This nigga beside me rapping and shit. And I'm like, damn, man, are you rapping or are you talking loud? He said, no, I'm rapping, man. I'm like, okay, hit that shit again. And then he started rapping again. I'm like, what's your name? He said, Big Papa. I said, P. Cooney told me about you. And I said, I rap too.
Right.
And we just started going back and forth rapping with each other. And I spit some shit for him. And he still to this day, he said, man, that one verse you had speak for me, man, I want you to put that on the song with me. But I put it on the song called Post City on my album.
Yeah.
I put the verse on the song, I did a song called Post City, the city in front.
Right.
And I split the verse on the song. But he still say, I want that verse still to this day. But that's one of my big
I don't think I'd have never seen, I'm talking about in Shreveport. I don't think I've never seen somebody come up with a song as fast as Big Papa.
Big Papa on the song.
He come with them bitches.
We did the song together.
Yeah,
and he just sat there. He just come over the shit while he
couple minutes he had it.
Yeah, and see me, I write fast too though.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm saying the shit I done seen him come up with. He didn't write.
I know. Every time I was around Big Papa, he didn't write. He knew Cloud 9.
Yeah.
I was there when he recorded Cloud 9.
I was in Atlanta.
But me and him did a song together in our studio, and he didn't record this shit. I sat there and I had wrote my shit down, but I come up with shit quick though.
Yeah.
But you're right. I got some big.